Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another YouTube video. Today I'm showing off my Canadian currency. It's all modern. For those who aren't familiar with Canadian currency, I'm just going to quickly explain it to you. So, give or take, there's a ratio. This is a Canadian $5 bill, so the American $5 bill is a little higher in value. So there's an exchange rate. As far as turning your U.S. currency to Canadian currency, so you'd get a little more if you went to a legitimate exchange rate bank or teller. Basically, they probably take a small percentage or whatever they charge. That's fine, and that's how you can convert your cash if you cross to the country. So I've only been there once, and it was with my job. And I cashed out on $20 bills. But I went to the gas station and I ended up getting face value back. But the good thing about it, I felt like the good karma, bad karma came back to me because they gave me back, I think it was like 17 bucks. I already had the rest of this. I have the toonies, the loonies, the quarters, the dimes, and the nickels. So all of this is equivalent to $32.70 in Canadian currency. They're pretty cool. Anything beyond, as far as the quarters go, anything beyond previous to 1968, and the dimes, previous to 1968, they were 80% silver. So you want to look out for those. But they did mid-year 68. I believe it's to 35%. I just had it too, but I don't really. These are already sought through and gone through. These are all considered modern currency. So you'll look at this as I believe. I want to say zinc, but part of me wants to say copper clad also, but I could be wrong. I didn't look at the alloy metals in each denomination. But basically, this topic here is just to give you a preview on what the currency looks like. These are the durable $5 Canadian notes. As you can see, if I pronounce this right, which I have a French accent here, Sir Wilfrid Laurier, Laurier, Prime Minister of Canada from 1896 to 1911. So he's on the $5 note here. And this is a 2013 date of issue, Bank of Canada. And what you see is a holographic strip for security purposes there, to combat counterfeits. There's also other features here. I believe those little yellow stars, just like the American $100 bills, they're very, I guess the pattern on them, they're very hard to match for a counterfeit. And plus this bill, like, you can fold it. You can't rip these like an American currency. I want to say, feels like plastic in a way, This part for sure is with the entire note. Here you have your serial numbers. You have settlers on the moon. Okay. Beautiful blue note. And, the good karma, bad karma. So basically, I ended up cashing out a $20 bill, American currency, and it was a gas station, a fuel station there. So they ended up giving me face value back. So if I gave a $20 bill, I bought a drink or whatever, they gave me back 16 bucks. So I ended up leaving Canada with the $16 from the American $20 that I had. But I did better because now that he gave me back the Canadian currency, I'm like, all right, I might as well spend it. I'm here. So what I did was I bought a lottery ticket, and I won $15 on the Canadian money on the lottery ticket. So I did good. So I looked at, I took a chance because I wanted to spend it somehow. So I said, let me see if I get lucky here. So I bought a ticket, and I won 15 on it. So I tripled that $5 bill, doubled it or whatever, tripled it. So I ended up saying, you know what, let me just take it home, and one day I'll put it with my collection at home, and then when I go back there with my wife one day, I'll buy out like a steak dinner or something. So right now I'm at $32.70. So the next time I go, I'll add a little more every time. Who knows? Maybe I'll have $100 and I can go up there and buy something. Okay, so basically these are toonies. Oh, a loonie got stuck in the toonie pile. These are Canadian $2 coins. They're very interesting. We don't have the $2 denomination coin in the United States, but these are very common. They're in all the registers, and you can always ask for them if you're ever up that way. These are the loonies, the $1 coins. They're very similar to the Sacagawea as far as diameter goes, they're and the color, the golden color there. So they're similar to the Sacagawea Asia American dollar coin. The only difference is the octagonal shape to the coin. Very interesting. There's some pretty cool dates. This one's an earlier piece, 1987. This is a modern piece. Very nice. It's like an AUBU coin, but you know, it's 2019. Nothing fancy. I don't know of any errors. I don't really get into the errors, but I do collect silver Canadian coins. I don't get into any errors or anything, but I know there's some, you know, things to look out for. I have a whole bag of the pennies, but they took the pennies out of the out of circulation. The 1 penny, the 1 cent Canadian coins that you find every now and then in your common change. I probably lost by separating because from all the bankroll hunts that I did, I ended up keeping them and, you know, and replacing it with a penny, with an, you know, with an American penny. But I was collecting at the time. I don't see a need for them anymore. I'm just gonna sell the entire lot and get rid of them. You know, unless you have the early pieces like from 1940s and earlier. Those are pretty collectible. That goes for any of the coinage. And you want to find the early dates. I have Canadian silver, which I have to like look for right now. But this is my modern stuff. It's all spendable cash. Nothing here is keep. This eventually is just going to go back into circulation with the bonus of purchasing something nice. All of it was free except the $17, the story that I told you about. The other stuff I got from coin roll hunting, free grabs, change finds every now and then, and you know. But all those times you were replacing your nickel with the Canadian, you were pulling these out, you were losing. You might as well have kept it in there, and you would have won. But I look at it as a win because most of it was free. This came from like coin roll lots or people, you know, as a collector, you know, you come across a bunch of stuff. I bought a big bag of coins from a gentleman. I ended up making really good on it, and a lot of the Canadian coins were in there, and I bought the entire thing for like $20. So I did good. There was silver. I did really well on it. So this is just the icing on the cake there. But just a little some food for thought, folks. Thanks for watching, and until next time, later.